Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take your sources, dig in, and pull out the key insights, the real nuggets of knowledge.
That's right.
Today, we've got a really fascinating personal story. It's a look back, way back to 1975. And it's all about how, life's unexpected moments, even the ones that feel like total disasters at the time, can actually lead somewhere pretty amazing.
Absolutely. It's this detailed memory of a Christmas break, a first date that goes, well, sideways.
Sideways is putting it mildly, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But it ends up forging this lifelong connection. What's really interesting here, I think, is how these tiny, almost chaotic details become like the linchpins of the whole story.
Right. So we're not just looking at what happened, but really digging into why these specific twists and turns mattered so much, how the messy parts were maybe essential.
Exactly. We're peeling back the layers on how disruptions, things going wrong, actually pave the way for something, more real.
Okay, so let's paint the picture. The year is 1975.
Mid-70s vibe.
Yeah, Christmas break. And we're in Rochester, New York. Our main guy, he's a computer science major, home from SUNY Potsdam. Probably just expecting, the usual holiday downtime.
Standard break stuff.
Yeah.
But then his friend Glenn comes into the picture. Glenn, a.k.a. Burned Out Bernie.
Hey, Burned Out Bernie, great nickname. The source says he earned it for his relaxed approach to life.
Sort of the laid-back friend we all know, right? And Bernie has an idea, a classic one.
Let's hit the Varsity Inn, the Six.
A 6-6. And apparently, this place was the place to be.
Yeah, the source makes it sound pretty epic. Disco lights, loud music, everyone dancing like they're in a movie. You can almost picture it.
Totally. So it's this high-energy kind of cinematic scene he walks into. He's having fun, dancing with a girl, City Collins. Everything seems, well, perfect.
Right, like the night's going exactly as planned. He's probably feeling pretty good.
Until it isn't. That's when life throws that curveball.
Oh, yeah. The PA announcement just cuts right through the music.
Yeah. City Collins, your brother's been in an accident.
Wow. Just like that. She has to leave, obviously.
Immediately. And suddenly he's left standing there, under the disco ball. The source says he felt like he was striking out.
Talk about an abrupt shift from feeling great to, well, that. But it's funny how things work, because right then, in that moment of disappointment,
serendipity strikes. He spots Judy.
Yes. And the description is great. Short blonde hair, these hazel green eyes that light up the room, and a shy smile.
And she's different, right, from Williamson, a small town. It's actually her first time ever in a bar.
That's a key detail, so there's this kind of innocence about her.
Definitely. He goes over, asks her to dance. They hit it off.
And he gets her number by the end of the night, so, okay, maybe the night wasn't a total strikeout after all. Seems promising.
A hopeful turn, for sure. But then comes the first actual date. And it's not exactly smooth sailing.
He calls her up, thinking maybe dinner, something nice.
Right, a traditional date idea. But Judy's like, nah, not into fancy places.
Refreshing honesty there.
Totally. And instead, she mentions there's a Supertramp concert.
Supertramp. Okay, 1975, makes sense. And he goes with it.
He does. Smart move, right? Embraces her idea, ditches the fancy plan.
Good call. Shows he's listening, adapting.
Yeah.
So where did they go first?
First stop, Don and Bob's, a local burger joint.
Okay, definitely not fancy.
Nope. And it's Judy's first time ever in a place like that. She orders her burger with everything on it.
Everything. Brave.
And apparently tackles it like a champ. Ketchup going everywhere. The source says he was already smitten right then and there.
Huh. I love that. It's so real. That tells you more than a fancy dinner ever could, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's authentic. No pretense. Just her being herself and him clearly digging it.
Okay, so burgers down, then off to the concert.
Yep. The Supertramp concert. Described as wild, big crowd, really hyped.
You can imagine the scene. And the source mentions 70s party favors.
Yeah, typical concert stuff for the era. But Judy, maybe being new to it all or just sensible, she passes on all that.
Smart girl.
Yeah. But she's having a blast. Singing along, laughing. He's thinking, okay, this is perfect. This date is going great.
Famous last words, right? Because things are about to get complicated.
Post-concert, they head to another bar, Checo's. And this place has a foosball table.
Ah, the foosball table. And our guy fancies himself a bit of a player.
He calls himself a pro from my college league. So, yeah, pretty confident.
Okay, setting the stage here. Judy's his partner.
Yeah, they're playing together. She's trying hard. They're winning, high-fiving. It's all good vibes. That perfect date feeling is still going strong.
And then, cue the drama.
Enter the hotshot. Walks in, challenges them, beats them. Okay, fine. But then he asks Judy to be his partner.
Oh, no. The classic move, stealing the partner.
Exactly. And Judy, maybe just being nice or, not quite getting the undertones.
She accepts.
She accepts, sweetly, innocently, not realizing our protagonist is now, totally sidelined. The source says he's fuming.
Oh, I can just feel the awkwardness and the bruised ego. That perfect night is just crashing.
Completely. And his reaction, not great. He says something dumb. We don't know exactly what, but dumb enough.
To get the bouncer involved.
Yeah, next thing he knows, he's out on the curb, kicked out.
Oh, man. Public humiliation on top of everything. What does Judy do?
She follows him out. But she's quiet as a mouse, totally staying in her shell.
Understandable. What do you even say after that?
Right, so the drive back to Williamson is just silent. They don't talk about it at all, like it never happened.
Wow, he drops her off. He must be thinking, well, I completely blew that.
100%. Convinced it's over. Done. The end.
But it wasn't the end, was it? That's the amazing part.
Not even close. A week goes by, and he just can't get her out of his head. Those hazel green eyes.
Despite the total train wreck of an ending to the date, something about her stuck with him.
Yeah, her quietness, maybe, her composure, even when things got weird. So he makes a really important call.
The apology call.
Exactly. He calls her up, not to make excuses, but just to say sorry for the mess, for how he acted.
That takes some guts, I think, facing the embarrassment.
It really does. And it's clearly the right move. It shows he recognizes he messed up.
Yeah.
And then he tries again, invites her out again.
But this time, he suggests the kind of place he originally wanted, right?
Yeah, full circle. A fancy restaurant, a real high-class place with candles and bow ties, trying to maybe make up for the foosball fiasco with a more, proper date.
And how does that date go?
Totally different vibe. They talk, they laugh. Critically, they pretend the foosball fiasco never happened, at least for that night.
They just moved past it.
Seems like it. And the source says, that dinner's the start of something real. They start dating seriously after that.
And Judy eventually becomes his wife.
Yep. That's the punchline. That messy, disastrous first date, the foosball fight, getting kicked out, it somehow led to marriage.
It's incredible. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often do we write off a bad experience, an awkward moment, as just a failure?
All the time. But this story, if you really look at it, shows how that mess wasn't just a bump in the road. It was kind of fundamental.
How so? What do you mean?
Well, think about it. That first night forced a kind of raw authenticity, didn't it? The disco thing falls apart, okay?
Yeah.
The burger place shows she's down to earth. The concert is fun. But the foosball thing.
Yeah, that revealed something else. His insecurity, maybe? His ego?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It exposed his less than perfect reaction under pressure. But it also highlighted Judy's reaction. Her quiet strength, her composure, even when he was making a fool of himself.
Ah, okay. So the disaster actually revealed more about both of them, their real characters, than a perfect date ever could have.
I think so. It stripped away the pretense, that uncomfortable truth, that shared moment of sheer awkwardness in his subsequent apology that probably created a much stronger, more honest foundation for their second date and everything that followed.
So the takeaway isn't try to have perfect dates. It's more like, don't be afraid of the mess. The imperfections are where the real connection happens.
That seems to be the core lesson here, yeah. It's not about following some script for life or love. It's about how you navigate the screw-ups, the wrong turns. Those moments test you. They reveal character. They force honesty.
Like that foosball meltdown wasn't just an obstacle. It was almost a necessary detour.
It feels like it, doesn't it? It pushed them off the expected path and onto a more genuine one, maybe? It raises that question, like you said.
Yeah.
How often do we see something as a failure when it's actually redirecting us or teaching us something vital?
The source puts it nicely. A well-lived life is about embracing the messy moments that bring you to the good ones.
Because those messy moments show you who you are and who the other person is when things aren't perfect. And let's not forget, burned out Bernie.
Right. His only role was just getting him to the six, just setting the initial stage for chaos and connection.
Sometimes that's all it takes, right? A little nudge from a friend. And Judy's quiet strength, it wasn't just a personality trait. It was her action in that moment, her resilience, that taught him something profound.
Yeah, that love doesn't need perfection. It needs, well, maybe just showing up after you get kicked out of a bar.
And apologizing for it.
So that's our deep dive for today. A story that really shows how life's best moments its real artistry, can come from the unplanned, imperfect stuff.
It really makes you reflect, doesn't it? Think about your own life. Those times when things felt like they went completely off the rails, a bad date, a failed plan, an awkward encounter.
Yeah, did any of those moments, looking back, actually push you towards something better, something unexpected but good?
How did that apparent wrong turn end up changing your path in a meaningful way? It's worth considering.
We definitely encourage you to think about your own burned out Bernie moments too. Who or what were the unexpected catalysts, maybe even the chaos agents that somehow nudged you towards something important?
What messy moments revealed truths that maybe weren't comfortable, but ultimately led you somewhere more authentic?
Because maybe those are the moments, the unscripted, slightly embarrassing, totally human moments that really make life interesting, that make it worth living.